Hi students, this is Suchadatta, SST teacher, and now I am about to pick up the 5th chapter of class 8th history, and the name of the chapter is When People Rebel. In the previous chapters, you've learnt that the Britishers imposed certain laws on Indians which they did not like, and their policies also were not very encouraging. So many sections of the society turned against the Britishers, and they were waiting for a time to come when they would rebel against the mighty Britishers. They had realized that the Britishers were foreigners who would do no good to them. So they made up their mind in 1857 to throw the Britishers out of India, and this incident is also referred to as the First War of Independence in the Indian history. Now we'll see why various sections of the society at that time were discontented with the British rule. The first section of the society that we must pick up is the ruling class of the Indian society. At this time, various Nawabs and Rajas were discontent because they had actually seen that their authority and honor had started eroding. They had lost their sovereignty, they had lost their authority, and now they had to follow the rules of the Britishers. So they were desperately looking for an independent kingdom wherein they would become the same independent, mighty, authoritative rulers as they were earlier. Due to certain policies of the Britishers, many residents had been placed in the Indian kingdoms, which meant that the information of the Indian kingdoms had started going to the British ears. And there were, of course, certain rulers like Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi and Nana Sahib who tried negotiating with the Britishers before they picked up their arms against them. Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi wanted that her adopted son should be considered the next king of Jhansi, wherein Nana Sahib wanted the Britishers to give him the pension after the death of his father. But the Britishers had realized that they were militarily superior and they'd become very confident of their rule in India, so they totally dismissed their pleas. So all these factors made them against the Britishers. Adding to their woes, now what happened is that Awadh was the last kingdom to be annexed by the Britishers. Awadh had been placed under subsidiary alliance in 1801, according to which Awadh was supposed to be under the Britishers in a sense that they would be a resident in the Awadh court, and the Britishers promised that they are going to protect him against any internal or external threats, but slowly they said that Awadh was misgoverned by the local ruler and thus it should be annexed by the Britishers to give it a proper administration. This was a mere excuse, and in 1856 the kingdom of Awadh was finally annexed by the Britishers. To see that the Mughal authority totally erodes in India, they said that the last Mughal emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar's name shall not be there in the coins which were minted. They also proclaimed that after the death of Bahadur Shah Zafar, his descendants would not be allowed to stay in the Red Fort, and also after his death, they would not be considered as the rulers of India. They would be merely called as prince. So, all the major and the minor kingdoms of India had been turned against the Britishers because of the fact that they had done certain policies which had made the Indians realize that Britishers are not their friends, they are their foes.